What's good, people? Welcome back to the video. Today, checking out some more Drake, man. Some more Drizzy. We're checking out a track called Do Not Disturb. This is of More Life. I'm looking forward to this, man. I'm looking forward to this because my guy, I need to stop doing that. I need to say something else. Very unfortunate that your name is Guy. That fucks my whole shit up. Told me this is a fucking sick track. He recommended back to back and I absolutely love that. He said that this track goes crazy. Goes crazy apparently, and a lot of Drake fans think this is one of his best. Just too many bars supposedly, so I've got really high hopes. Also, just down to check out something a bit more recent. As much as I love all the early shit, I've always mentioned it's nice to sort of see the development, if you will. So I've got high hopes, man. I'm just looking forward to this. Before we jump into it, guys, if you are new around here, please drop a sub. We're on the road to 10k and we're trying to hit that as soon as possible. Follow me on Twitter and Instagram in the description below, and of course drop a like and a comment on the video as well. I really appreciate it. Alright, let's just get into this, man. Let's just get into this, man. Let's get it, man.
Yeah, styling no, listen but got pictures with me smiling no. All the things you need, you still want problems though. All the things I know, I still been silent though.
All the things you need, but you still want problems though. Okay.
Yeah, used to be at Silver City Indigo. Used to be in lunchroom playing dominoes. I don't wanna have to go to funerals. I gotta start sleeping at the studio. I don't have no time to be no Romeo. All the love I need is at the rodeo. All the love I need is here at OVO.
Hey.
Yeah.
Okay, straight away, got some emotional Drizzy today, and I'm not mad at it. I'm not mad at it. Not necessarily emotional, but he's on this sort of bag. You know, he's speaking about I should start staying in the studio. I don't have time to be a Romeo. I've got all the love I need from OVO. He's saying he doesn't have time for any sort of relationship shit like that. Just wants to sort of do his shit, make music, etc. It just already feels quite vulnerable, and I feel like we're sort of used to that with certain Drizzy tracks, but the beat's really aiding to that as well. I'm loving the beat. It's very, very minimalist and just giving him a lot of space to say what he needs to say, and I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying it.
All the girls I know are there with Ian Throw. Who knows where I end up when that shit gets old? Maybe it never gets old, and that's just how it goes. Last table left in Carbone, calling plays on a rotary phone. I take a glass of Domina to go with me home. Might move our annual shit to the dome. I need 40,000 people to see what I'm on. Yeah, ducked a lot of spiteful moves. I was an angry youth while I was writing views. Saw a side of myself that I just never knew. I probably self-destruct if I ever lose, but I never do. Steady doing double shifts.
I say when I lose, but I never do. Never loses, man. Okay, so he just spoke on, he was an angry youth when he was doing views. I haven't had enough of views to really understand that reference to an extent, but you can let me know in the comments below. Was he just on his aggressive shit around that time? I mean, when did the Meek diss happen? I don't really know, to be honest. Like, the time frame's all fucked for me, so it's always difficult when I listen to a track like this. But he's just being extremely reflectful. Is that a word? Reflectful? I don't know. Either way, he's reflecting on himself, on his past experiences, talking about views, talking about multiple other things. I just feel like I said, it's just this vulnerable bag. It's just letting you sort of see in to how he was feeling around that time and how he's feeling about it now. And I think that's always a great way to sort of portray that shit and let your fans in a bit more, at least let the listener sort of understand the shit you were going through. It just creates a more understanding, which I enjoy, and I've always enjoyed that from him, to be honest with you.
Want to do the beat and I open up like a double click. More blessings because I'm generous. 30-seater plane for like 10 of us. Remember when I bought Celie the fake Chanel wallet? She knew that shit was a fraud but never told me about it. Nowadays when we catching up, we just laugh about it. Can't describe what my life is like when she asks about it.
When you think about it, really.
Scary whenever I close my eyes at night. Waking up to public statements about my private life. I can never sleep till morning on all my quiet nights. But you can rest assured that my mind is right. Get no sick days. I leave for like 3 months and 6 days. Never stick around to see shit change.
6 days. I'm not around for 3 months and 6 days. Okay, man, this is really interesting, saying he shuts his eyes, he's nervous at night because he's waking up, and sort of the news publications and shit are just saying shit about him, putting him on blast, etc. I feel like that is the trials and tribulations of being someone of his size, man, is that any little thing that comes out, you know it's absolutely everywhere. I remember the controversy around his son, if I'm not mistaken. I think that's what Pusha spoke on as well. By the way, a lot of you told me to check out the Pusha track against him. I have already heard that one. That one's a bit more recent. I remember that sort of going around. I just never heard the Meek one. But yeah, man, he's been very, very insightful in his life, and I'm really appreciating it. And it's quite heavy, man. It's heavy. It really is, because by the sounds of it, he was really going through some struggles, man.
Get little updates, texts in my inboxes have been popping. Seasons go by like I'm binge watching. Went from Club Palazzo in the bridge to Club Live to not even showing up at a club unless we doing biz. I can't even party while a nigga pursuing this. Distractions will do you in the truest sense. Especially people that wanna lecture me and frame it like they just want the best for me, or they check for me. Whatever splits it up so there's more for them and there's less for me. They don't know they gotta be faster than me to get to me. No one's done it successfully.
Man, okay, sorry, I'm pausing quite a lot. I don't usually pause this much, but it's just really interesting. Really, really interesting. He's saying people sort of giving him a lecture and saying that they just want the best for me, but actually they're probably trying to take advantage of him. He's saying that this party life, I can't do it. If I want to be successful, I haven't been able to indulge in that shit. And if I did indulge in that shit, I probably wouldn't be where I'm at now. Which is, man, that's so true. A lot of people go by that. Is that, you know, he's trying to invest his time, but that bar about people lecturing him, saying they want the best for him, and actually they just want to take something from him. They're trying to lecture him into doing something that may aid them instead of aiding him, but they shroud it in this, oh, I just want what's best for you. That's crazy, man, because it happens in all walks of life, and it's really interesting to hear him going through those trials and tribulations as well, man. I feel like I repeat myself bare in this video. I don't know, man. I'm finding this really fucking interesting. I said interesting too many times. It's just really dope, man, to be honest.
7 a.m. in Germany, can't believe that they heard of me. Last verse that I gotta do is always like surgery. Always trying to let go of anything that'll burden me. That's the reason you can feel the tension and the urgency. Last chance I get to make sure that you take it personally. Take the shit to heart, it's always executed perfectly. If we do a song, it's like taking my kids to work with me. You overnight celebrity, you one day star. Swear I told you that I'm in this bitch for eternity. I am a reflection of all of your insecurities. Behind closed doors, a lot of sick God worshiping. Done talk now, cause there's other shit that's concerning me. There's real ones around me, I wanna make sure they learn from me. I wanna see my dog, but his grandmother's a surety. He can't even dip out to see me in an emergency. My life is centered around competition and currency. Take the summer off cause they tell me I need recovery. Maybe getting back to my regular life will humble me. I'll be back 2018 to give you the summary. More life.
That whole last verse was fucking ridiculous. Take a minute to just say, if you jump on a song with me, it's like me taking my kids to nursery. Oh, God. This guy's pen game is mad, okay? I can fully sit here and say, before I ever did this reaction channel, I'd heard the hits from Drake. I never dived into his music before. You just hear his hits, people playing them, hearing them, obviously, because he was fucking everywhere. But I never, ever, ever went into his early shit. And I'm so very regretful of that, and I appreciate all the Drake fans that have given me all the shit to react to, because I can say he's gone up so fucking high in my sort of like my list of artists. Everything I've heard of enjoyed, and I think his pen game is underrated as fuck. I understand the controversy around the ghostwriting shit or whatever the fuck, but like, man, it's fucking really good, bro. It's really fucking good, and it's blown me away, honestly. Of all the people, he's probably the biggest surprise I've had in music, full stop. And I'm not even joking, man, because I had such a perception of him that he couldn't pull this shit off, and I just completely eat my words. And I can, hands down, I can say that I have no embarrassment about that, man. I completely changed my mind, and it's down to his music. And yeah, man, just props to the guy, man. His beat goes crazy too. Whoever produced this, mad. Oh, okay guys, that was Drake, Do Not Disturb. That was fantastic, man. I appreciate you guys for that request. That was really dope, man. Really good. I just feel like I learned a lot about him in that very short, 4-minute track. Yeah, just very insightful. Very insightful. I always appreciate, to be honest, when an artist just dive into stuff like that and sort of put themselves on the line a bit, man. And like I said, the key word is vulnerability in that. I feel like he really did put everything out there for the listener. And I don't know if he's necessarily done that much. I mean, I know that he gets into his emotional bag, but speaking on stuff like that, speaking on his mental state in certain situations, speaking about the stuff that he had to go through, the trials and tribulations of things, opening up about stuff, you know, talking about, I can't remember who the woman was now. He said that he bought her a fake Chanel bag and she knew it was fake, but she didn't say anything. Someone of Drake's stature, like, people could, like, I personally wouldn't, but I know there's a lot of people that would clown you for that, and he's open about that, and we can laugh about it and stuff. It's just, I know that's only a small section of that song, but it's something like that that is really, like, I think people can see someone in such a light, and sort of people may put on a facade to an extent, and you sort of idolize this person. They can never do any wrong, or they never do anything like that. And to do that, I think gives you an insight into how he's just human, man. And I think that's the vibe I got from this, to be honest with you. He's just trying to say, like, I'm just as normal as the next person, man, and I have to go through this shit, going to sleep at night, and not knowing whether someone's going to post something about you, where you're going to wake up and there's going to be a story about you. Again, that's the trials and tribulations of being famous. Just because you're famous doesn't mean you don't have worries, doesn't mean you're not constantly thinking, you know, because you're more likely to deal with shit when you're that big, because people want to see you fail, man. People want to see you fail. And then diving into the party life, if I partied, I wouldn't be in the situation I'm in right now. People trying to lecture me and telling me that's what's best for me, when really they're trying to take something from you, but they're shrouding that in bullshit about how it's the best thing for you, and really it's the best thing for them. Yeah, it's just really interesting, because I think a lot of people deal with stuff like that, but you'd never think Drake would deal with stuff like that. Do you know what I mean? So it's like, it's very insightful, and I appreciate this track as much as it's a fucking awesome track. I appreciate him doing this. Beat, mad. Production, fucking crazy. Whoever produced this, loved it, man. That sample riding through, and then it's just really pretty simple beat, to be honest with you, really minimalist. And like I said, that really helped with him getting across how he needed to feel. I feel like the production was really overproduced and mad, wouldn't have the same effect. So yeah, man, I really enjoyed that track. Really enjoyed that track. That was hard, man. Anyway, guys, if you like the video, drop a like. If you enjoy my stuff, when you want to see me again, then please drop a sub. Follow me on Twitter and Instagram, description below. If you have any questions for Drake or anyone else, chuck it in the comments below. But for the meantime, guys, I've been Charlie. Woo. Indigestion, bro. This has been Do Not Disturb, and I will see you in the next one.